What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. That was rough. That was rough, boys. That was rough, boys and girls. Yeah, not not a whole lot to say on this week's game, guys. It was rough to watch. The whole team looked just bad. The Steelers keep winning, keep beating us. There's no excuses. Obviously, Case Keenum came in and didn't look great, but Baker definitely didn't look good. I was saying before the game, maybe this could be a time when, we had power versus power. We had, most touchdowns for the Browns versus second best rushing defense. It didn't pan out. It did not pan out, and it was a rough game. It was a rough game. I didn't watch all of it. I had to go do a live stream with Abby, so, I didn't watch all of it, but it wasn't much to watch. I was paying attention, kind of following it on my phone, following Twitter and stuff as the game went on. But from what I did see, it was not great. 38-7 was the final. Pittsburgh obviously winning. Roethlisberger doing what he does. 14 of 22 with the touchdown, only 162 yards. James Conner showed up and showed out. They had three rushing touchdowns. Three rushing touchdowns. It was a rough one to watch. If you're a Browns fan, Cleveland media is going to try and spin it and say, "Oh, is there a quarterback controversy now?" No, I still think Baker's the man. I hope Baker still's the man. This was a rough one to swallow, though. And speaking of, I'm going to take a sip. But yeah, this was a rough one to swallow. In and out, up and down, this thing was a pretty ugly game. If we take a look, Baker obviously ended up getting benched. He went 10 of 18 for 119 yards, a TD, 2 picks. It was rough, man. It was extremely rough. The pick early, not good. Then we had the punt. Punt. We punted it back and forth there in the first quarter. Early second quarter, touchdown pass a rushing touchdown. James Conner. Then, of course, Baker throws a second pick. Touchdown again. Roethlisberger to Washington. That was in the second quarter, and that's whenever I stopped watching. I stopped watching, admittedly. And then we had, Baker with the touchdown to Higgins. Oh, it was right after the Higgins play. Sorry, it was right after the Higgins plays whenever I stopped watching. Punt, end of half. So, yeah, at that point, like I said, I wasn't watching. More punts, TDs, sadness, pain, all of the things we've grown to love about the Browns over the last decade or so. Not much, not a lot to say on this one, guys. Not a lot. This isn't going to get in depth. We aren't going to get too in depth on this one. 38-7, guys. 38-7. Not a lot of good takeaways here. Austin Hooper had 5 catches. That's cool. Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham combined for 5 catches and 65 yards. Not great stuff. Not great stuff all around. I know I'm not excited and as hyped as I usually am after games, even losses. I'm usually pretty optimistic, but this one was a hard pill to swallow. This one was rough from basically whistle to whistle. But if you guys have anything, if you're a Browns fan, I know some people have subbed to this channel because of this show. So if you're here for that, if you have any positives, drop them in the comments section. I want to hear. Let's talk Browns football. Man, Steelers just got our number. I saw that Mike Tomlin has never lost in his entire tenure against the Browns. Not that that's so impressive because the Browns have been terrible. Not to take anything away from Mike. I do respect Mike Tomlin. I think he is one of the best coaches in the NFL. I just hate the Steelers. Me and my buddy Drew were talking, and I was like, man, they're my least favorite team. And he's like, no, I hate the Ravens, obviously. Baltimore ripped the Browns away from Cleveland and became the Ravens. But you guys don't want a history lesson. But I appreciate everybody. This week was rough. We're going to have to come back next week. I still think Baker is the man. Hopefully in a couple weeks we can get Nick Chubb back. I think that'll be huge. Obviously, you know, Kareem Hunt can't carry the load 100%. Dearness Johnson didn't look good at all. Dontrell Hilliard looked decent from what I saw, and his stat line's not terrible. 4 rushes for 29 yards. It's pretty good. But the problem with this game is we were down from the get-go. You know, we were coming back. I saw a tweet. I forget who it was from, but it was a pretty solid take, I thought. The Browns are built to keep a lead, right? Once we have a lead, we're pretty good at keeping the lead. The bend and break defense, obviously when we get our secondary pieces back, that would be even better, but we're able to ground and pound, keep the ball for long periods of time when we're ahead. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard in the NFL in general, but it's hard. Is Baker Mayfield the man? I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards no. But I don't think that Case Keenum is the answer. I don't ever think that Case Keenum. So I live in St. Louis. The story and the path of how I became a Browns fan. They were kind of like my AFC team. You guys know how you kind of have like that secondary team, right? The Browns were kind of my secondary team. And Rams leave. I'm like, no, I cannot support a Stan Kroenke team. Therefore, who do I want to be a fan of? Because of the Kansas City Chiefs rivalry with the Rams, I was like, that feels weird. Plus, I'm technically from Illinois. So, I was like, Kansas City, no, I'm not going to do that. Then, my buddy Drew, huge Cleveland sports fan, Cavs, Indians, Browns, all that. Ohio State, the whole 9 yards. Literally always wearing something Ohio or Cleveland-based sports gear, always. He's like, hey, man, come be a Browns fan. I was like, you know what? They're terrible. 2015 was that? I think that was the season that they may have lost all their games. Correct me in the comments below. 15 or 16, one of those 2 years. So yeah, that's how I became a Browns fan. But my point was, coming from that to this, it's all gravy. I'm used to this feeling from my NFL team. So for that reason, same old, still 4-2. Still hope, still light at the end of the tunnel. Next week, I'm going to come back, be better than ever. And hopefully, we can get a W next week. Scratch that. Next week is the bye. No, scratch that. We play the Bengals again. So hopefully that'll be a W. Hopefully that'll be another W. Joe Burrow has been looking good. He looked real good this week too. But yeah, Browns, Bengals next week. I'm excited. Stay locked in. Stay tuned here on the channel. Make sure to hit that like button if this was at all enjoyable. I don't see how it could. It's just me basically complaining for 15 minutes. But if you guys enjoy it, hit that like button. If you're new here and you somehow enjoyed this rant, hit that subscribe button. Sports card content almost every single day, and a little bit of whatever the hell I want peppered in here and there. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Not too much chatter here in the live stream, but either way, Steelers fan here, tuned in, tough loss. Thought it would have been much. Me too. Just Blaze 412. I agree. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a fun game to watch. And I, like I said earlier, I don't know if you're here, but I had to tune out. I couldn't watch it. Also, I had some other stuff that I had to do. But it really makes it hard, man. It really makes it hard. Thanks for being a gracious winner. But yeah, everybody, thank you for watching. If you're in the comments or if you're in the live, I appreciate you. Just Blaze, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to chop it up. Hit me up. Appreciate it. I appreciate that, man. That sub matters. I appreciate. See you guys. Yeah, week 17, man. That might be a game where something's on the line. That might be a game where we are talking. Is that a playoff game? Playoff atmosphere? Who knows? We'll see. The Steelers look damn good. Tip of the hat to the Steelers, and I hate the Steelers. I'm sure you guys don't like the Browns. That's like mutual, but it is what it is. Different life, different timeline, maybe. The Doctor Strange. Something crazy in the multiverse. Maybe I'm a Steelers fan. Not in this life. But with all that out of the way, look, we got a bunch of people coming in here late at the very end. But I appreciate everybody. Les Alex, make sure to follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm posting nonsense all the time, chopping it up, sports cards, hype shit, whatever. I'm talking about it. Join the Discord. That link is in the description. Join that Discord. We're chopping it up, talking sports and other stuff. I appreciate you all. We're on the march to 3,500 subs, guys. You never know. Exactly. You never know. It's looking like a good season, at least. At least we're not 2-4, which is what I've been accustomed to the last 5 years. All right, guys. I really do appreciate it. You're all amazing, amazing people. Until next week. Well, not next week. This show I'll be doing next week. But, I'm coming out with new content almost every single day. So if you guys enjoy sports cards, hit me up. Appreciate y'all. Until the next one, here we go, brownies. Here we go. Adios, guys.